Yeah, we worked on defense. We worked on offense. We worked on attacking different kinds of situations. It was good. It was a day that we needed. Guys concentrated and focused well, and we've got to take this and bring some momentum into the remaining 16 games on the schedule. Well, there are several things that go on, when you don't play well. Against Sacramento, our shot making wasn't great to start the game. That put us in a bit of a hole. We had some defensive mistakes that hurt us, and we got into a pretty big deficit. I think we got down 12 or 13 in the first quarter. Got it back with a chance. I think Timmy had a shot at the end of the quarter. If he'd have made it, we'd have won the quarter by 1. So I guess the answer is when we don't win first quarters, usually it's a combination of things. But what's got to be there is our level of force and intensity. And the last couple games we could just do better. And look, Sac's a talented team. New York is a good team. And they were on a run coming in here. We'd beaten them a couple weeks ago, and so these teams are all motivated. And so we just got to understand that every game is going to be hard and challenging. Yeah, it hinges on 2 or 3 things. Is a guy more of a straight handle, take you guy? Is he more of an off-ball guy? And our individual defenders have certain strengths and that other guys may not quite have. So that kind of stuff plays into it. The other thing that makes it can make it challenging, if there's a guy that you want to be guarded by a certain guy on your team, if they match up the other way, then there's an automatic cross match going on, and then in transition, and when the ball changes possessions, you're not going to be able to get, if we want JRICH matched on, Fox or Heald or something like that, and Fox is guarding him, then there's going to be a challenge there. And so in those situations, you either say, okay, when possible, we'll match up with our guy, the rest of the time, on change of possessions, et cetera. You may just have to guard the guy that's guarding you, or you can just switch the matchup and guard who's guarding us or guard who's guarding you. So, it's a long answer. It's I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know. But, size factors into it, and also style of game of the 2, top perimeter defenders that we're going up against will determine, what our matchup what our preferred matchup will be. It's just pretty simple. It's a mindset. It's a mindset that's got to translate to, a physical disposition, and we simply got to do better. Everything's on the table at this point. If there's lineup changes that I think will help, then we'll look at them. But we're in a spot now where we're going into a very busy month with 16 games and 28 days or something like that. It's a lot, and we just today's practice was much needed. And again, we've got to take today and translate it into tomorrow, and then into Thursday, and into Saturday. Yeah, well, look, they've taken an approach where they've gone young, and they're acquiring and drafting young, hard-playing guys with skill. And so, if I'm Dwayne, I'm excited about what I'm seeing. I mean, I've been watching these guys recently. They've won 2 out of 3 now. they're kind of alternating, playing their starters one game and then playing their second line guys as starters the next. And they're a little dinged up, but some of it involves rest and development. And so I think they're in a really good position. Forget the wins and losses this year. Their process is on point. I think their management people have done a terrific job of creating a real direction, and Dwayne's executing it really on a high level. And so what we're going to see tomorrow is a team 1 through 12 that really go hard. They're up, I think, in the top 10 in defensive efficiency, and they're developing guys into scorers. Like this Sadiq Bey had set some kind of record last night for threes in the first quarter against Cleveland. It's 6 or 7 or something like that, or maybe even had 8. I don't know, but Josh Jackson's having a big year. He's still a very young player. Killian Hayes, who I think was a little dinged up earlier in the year, is getting a lot of opportunity to play and is doing a lot of good things. This Isaiah Stewart's a terrific young player. Kid Cook is, a high flyer and a hard playing guy that is developing his skill. So, I like what they're doing. If you follow basketball, they have a direction and they're executing that. But I have great respect for Dwayne, as you guys know, and he was a great contributor here. Particularly the year we won the championship.
Okay, you're rocking with the queen, Miss Valencia King, bringing authentic interviews live from the scene. Real talk sports in the house. Valencia King holding it down.